Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaskaram. Welcome to the last lecture in this course, History, Evolution and Development of Kuchipudi Dance. This lecture is the second part for the previous lecture, Institutionalization of Kuchipudi. Because Kuchipudi belongs traditionally to a dance drama tradition, the solo repertoire that was framed by gurus like Vedantam Lakshminarayana Shastri Garu has been well spread to many institutions, dance schools all over India and abroad. And a solo repertoire for Kuchipudi has also been devised over a period of years, giving it a systematic format and a structure for the public solo performances of Kuchipudi dance. Usually, the solo performance of Kuchipudi dance starts with a Ranga Puja Vidhanam, wherein the dance drama tradition of Kuchipudi with a Sutradhara comes onto the stage and does the Ranga Puja Vidhanam, which is as ascribed in the Natya Shastra of Bharata. The performance starts after that with a Nritta piece like a Jatiswaram or a Swarajati, followed by a Kirtana of Annamacharya or a Kruti by Sri Tyagaraja Swami. The traditional piece of Kuchipudi Tarangam from the Krishna Leela Tarangini is performed, and then in the later part, the dancer dances on the brims of the brass plate. Some schools follow the tradition of placing a pot of water on their head, and some schools do not follow that. But dancing on the rims of the brass plate is common in the Kuchipudi dance repertoire. Then, an excerpt from either a Kalapa or a Yakshagana is compulsorily performed in the solo repertoire of Kuchipudi dance to showcase the Yakshagana or the Kalapa Prakriya of the Kuchipudi dance drama tradition. This is followed by a Padam or a Javali of Kshetraya or Javali of any composer like Muddu Palani or Dharmapuri Subbaraya Iyer or many others who have also contributed a lot of Javalis. And that is followed by a Tillana by a contemporary Vagyekara or of a Vagyekara of yesteryears, and finally concluded with a Mangalam. In this solo repertoire of Kuchipudi dance, the Ashtapadis of Jayadeva and also many compositions in some regional languages of India, like say Tamil or Malayalam, Marathi, Kannada, Hindi, are also performed by the artists of their choice. And the complete solo repertoire of Kuchipudi dance is well supported by a separate orchestra wing that is there on the stage, unlike the Kuchipudi Yakshagana Paddhati, where the artists used to sing by themselves and which were only accompanied by a mridangist and the violin performer. The modern Kuchipudi solo dance is supported by, on the orchestra by the Nattuvanar, which is usually played by the guru of the performer, ably supported by either one singer or two. Very importantly, on the mridangam, the flute, veena, violin, and sometimes also supported by the modern instruments like pads and keyboard. The audio-video technology that has come well into the lives of people is also supporting the Kuchipudi performances, which are not just based on the mythological themes, but also are concentrating on the solo themes, where when the dancer is performing, the backgrounds are visually represented with the theme of the performance or the composition. A lot of help of this AV aids the visual aesthetics of the performance in the modern days. The Kuchipudi dance drama tradition has risen to an extent where the name Kuchipudi is also a part of the Guinness World Records. Many organizations, very importantly starting with the Silicon Andhra, has started this movement of making Kuchipudi a part of the Guinness World Record, where thousands and thousands of dancers from all over the world assemble at one place and do one or two items from the solo repertoire of Kuchipudi dance, choreographed by traditional gurus. This has taken Kuchipudi dance to another level by getting its name in the much coveted Guinness World Record, and all the dancers who take part in it are also given certificates that they treasure it for their entire lifetime. And the online teaching, learning and performing of Kuchipudi dance has also become a very major thing. Even before the pandemic COVID-19, there was this concept of online learning, teaching and performing of dance. Of course, post-COVID, this has become much more predominant, no doubt about it. But from a dance drama tradition that was learned from their own father and grandfather in just the premises of a house, Kuchipudi has risen up to an extent where the student is from a different country and the guru stays in another country, and through online teaching and learning, an entire repertoire of dance is learned and sometimes performed. In the universities where dance institutionalization has happened, because the universities had to give a lot of access to the students who are not staying in the place where the university is physically placed, many universities have come up with this concept of giving contact classes to the students, wherein if the student doesn't stay in the same city or the town or the village that the university is put up, they can come every month for a few days, learn the course and go back to their place. By doing this, the universities are giving ample scope and access to the students who are really interested to learn this Kuchipudi dance. And through this, the Kuchipudi dance tradition has spread leaps and bounds through the university courses and its curriculum to many people and many places who actually do not have a proper access to the Kuchipudi dance drama or the solo dance tradition. So from this dance drama tradition that it has risen up to being a part of every city, every town and every village, and being a part of many major universities offering it as degree courses, and being a part of many public performances in the length and breadth of not just India but abroad, the way in which Kuchipudi has risen and the scope in which it has furthered itself is very awe-inspiring and shows the survival skills that Kuchipudi has always shown to be in par with the art forms that it shares within the society, always try to embrace new innovations, always try to embrace new technologies, always try to experiment as to what new can be done to make it more surviving, more lively and more active. And today, when you see in the contemporary world the Kuchipudi dance, you see a jugalbandi of dance forms happening along with Kuchipudi at a time. And apart from the mythological concepts, you also see a lot of contemporary themes coming into the picture of Kuchipudi. Sometimes the social issues are being discussed in Kuchipudi. And in Indian cinema, because of the involvement of the lot of dance directors who were in yesteryears predominantly from the Kuchipudi Bhagavatulu background. You see a lot of Kuchipudi ancestry in the classical dance forms of South India along with Bharatanatyam. And because of that, the promotion and the propagation of these Kuchipudi dance through one of the strongest media in India, like the cinema, was possible. Today, when you see some classical pieces of dance in movies, they are either from a Kuchipudi ancestry or a Bharatanatyam ancestry, which makes all of us very proud. So with this institutionalization of Kuchipudi, it has furthered its wings beyond leaps and bounds, making it accessible, more aesthetically understandable through the efforts of the gurus. So we'll end this lecture on this note, and I hope all of you have learnt something about the history, evolution and development of Kuchipudi dance. Until probably we meet in another course. Namaskaram. Keep learning, keep inspiring and keep spreading the flavor of Kuchipudi dance. Thank you.